Now obviously with this method of selling, the Dutch invented it to sell tulips. So with the flowers, obviously high volume product, perishable, that they need to sell relatively quickly. And that's the reason it was adopted for seafood as well, because it's a similar sort of product category. You've got lots of fresh product that you need to sell relatively quickly. With this system in this auction, we can sell about 20 tons of seafood an hour, which equates to about 1,000 boxes. If we sold it using the traditional slow price up method, you'd be here all day, which means you lose 1 day of shelf life, which is obviously less value back to our fishermen. Yeah, so here at Sydney Fish Market we run what's called a Dutch auction. So, and ignore that middle clock for 1 second. So the left and right clocks work off two different areas on the floor. So clock A is from area A, which is beyond the B post in that far corner. Clock C runs area B, which is the middle section down the middle. Now, obviously what happens is when products started, so the auctioneers who sit at the podium there, they start a starting price, what's called a starting price, and that is usually about $3 to $4 above what they expect the product to sell for. And then the clock runs down, the first bidder in gets the bid, and they nominate how many boxes they're going to take from that lot. Now you can see what's coming up for sale in the yellow lines underneath, and then the one being sold is on the white line. So basically, if the auctioneer thinks the product's going to sell for $10 a kilo, they might start it at 13, and then it'll wind down, and the first bidder in gets it. So it puts the pressure back on these buyers here, and you can see them all concentrating to decide what they're going to pay for a product. That middle clock is a modification that we made to the Dutch auction, and that was Sydney Fish Market modification. And as you can see on there, what have we got? We've got green, actually they're selling tuna by the looks of it. And so how that clock works is it does the usual Dutch thing where it falls down the price, and then the first bidder in actually sets a floor price, so you should see something coming up shortly. They'll stop the clock, and then people can counter bid and push the price back up. So it starts as Dutch and then reverts to a normal auction process. So you can see a couple of buyers bidding against each other there. And that system was based on our traditional auction for some of the higher value products, like the sashimi tuna that they're selling now, for our live mud crabs and for the lobsters. They were the last products to migrate over to the Dutch system, and so they still mimic that traditional auction, but they start as a Dutch. And that's basically how we sell the products on the floor.